Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Sony ICF-6500W. This is an AM/FM shortwave classic portable radio. You can find it selling on eBay for right around $100 to $200. I would say towards the lower end. What an amazing radio. During this video, I'm going to perform an evening AM band scan. Here we can hear in the Chicagoland area and beyond. First we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the evening band. So here we are, the ICF-6500W, donated to the channel by Tom R. Thank you, sir, you rock. This is an amazing radio. I'm having tons of fun with it. So many cool features on this thing. Let's get started. So feature-wise, go to the left-hand side. We have an AM external antenna jack right there. We got aerial and ground setup. We have a line out, earphone jack, 9-volt DC input. Note the polarity. Got this like grip on each side, kind of a cool setup. And the color of the plastics are really neat for the era. I think this is early 1980s, and they're using like gunmetal colors. Very cool. Going to the front of the radio, we got our dial up here in aluminum, which is pretty neat. You can see on top there it says FM, shortwave, medium wave, 5-band rotary dial. I'll show that to you in a second. Got the log scale there with a dial indicator. And over here we have the LCD frequency display. So we have a counter there, digital counter, which is nice. Very accurate. There's our medium wave scale, 530 to 1605, even though it goes all the way to 1690 during the day. So we'll see what it does tonight. Pretty neat. Loving it. So there's our dial. Very cool. And then when you move the band select switch, it rotates. There's shortwave 1, 2, 3, and FM. Isn't that neat? And even marked with orange and green bars, your amateur and broadcast bands. That's so sweet. All right. Yeah, it is some cool features. We're going to show them to you in a second. All right, so going out of the feature set, just looking at it from here, from the table, you can see we got some switches. We got the power on switch. We have the AM sensitivity, high or low. We're going to leave it on high. That makes sense. I don't know why you turn it down. BFO. So yes, you can tune in ham radio operators. I did with this radio. It is a very tedious process because the fine tuning isn't super fine. It's fine, but not that fine, but you're able to do it. It drifts a little bit, but to be expected, but it works. I was able to tune them in. So awesome. There's that band select knob. As you can see, it works pretty flawlessly. Loving that. Volume control, full tone control. This is also very handy. Bringing in the highs when the music or fidelity sounds good on the signal. And then if it's kind of a weak signal, you can turn it all the way down, kind of get some bandwidth out of it. A little narrowing of the audio sometimes helps get some legibility. So that's fun to have that. In the center of the radio, which is like commands the attention, is a 4-inch speaker, and it sounds fantastic. Over here we have a signal strength meter, a needle style analog. I love it. And there is a light. I don't know if it turns on with the power off. No, it doesn't, but let's turn it on and I'll show you here. A little incandescent bulb, very weak, but if it's completely dark, you'd be able to see that, no problem. But yeah, barely lights up that digital window. Now, you could probably put an LED, but I'm leaving it original. Yeah, we gotta leave it original. Over here, our tuning knob, which is right on the front. Fantastic. So you got fast tuning, which isn't super fast, but it's fast enough. And then when you want to fine tune, you pull this up. Isn't that neat? And now we're in the fine tuning mode. So if you look at our needle there, it's going really slow as I make multiple revolutions. That is very sweet. Push that back down. Make sure we're at the bottom of the dial. Now mine has a red stripe on it, and I thought this was pinstripe, like somebody put this on here, but I don't think so. It looks like enameling when I look close at it. And yeah, all the models I see online do not have this red stripe, so I am not sure what that signifies. If it's a special edition or what it is. I don't know. There you go, digital frequency readout, the bands, model number, sweet. Right inside of the radio, we got that grip style carried over from the other side. And we got our carry handle, which is cool. Original Sony branded handle here. Got like a strap mainly. Shouldn't really call it a handle. And it says Sony right there. Sweet. And then you have your broadcast band. So if you look over here, You can see how it's set up for shortwave. Let me just bring it up to the thing here. Yeah, so they're saying 3.9 all the way to 28 megahertz. There is a break there, 10 megahertz to 11.7 between shortwave 1, shortwave 2. I did notice that break in the shortwave band, but otherwise I think you get a little lower, like 38 and some change, and a little over on shortwave 3, like 28 and some change. But that's how it's structured. It's pretty cool. And over here it says dual conversion receiver. Yeah. Okay, our antenna is 3 feet long. Sweet. Let's go to the back of the radio. Nothing too exciting, just the tag telling us where it's made. Can you guess where this is made? Can you guess? Can you guess? Made in Japan. Awesome. So simple tag. Serial number, yeah, I think it's a later one. A vented area there, and then it runs on 6 C-cell batteries. You put it in the bottom. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that, but 6 C-cells. It makes me want to track down that 9-volt linear adapter. I need that adapter. I can make my own as long as I get a linear style block, because you need that for AM. Because this thing is a beast on the medium wave, let me tell you. Holy cow, during the day, I was getting stations that I normally do not get. So I was kind of lost. So it was awesome. I was like, this is great. So there we are. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this thing on after, size comparison. We got to do that. Got to get our sizes in, yeah. CC Pocket, 11:35 p.m. That's Central Daylight Time near Chicago, Illinois, USA, for the sake of this band scan. And yeah, we're going to rock out. Should be a lot of fun. Add 5 hours for UTC. Sweet. The month is April. It's 2025. Oh, if you don't have that CC Pocket, we have the CC Skywave single sideband 2. Yeah, nice looking radio. We use this as a frequency checker, but since it has a digital readout, we don't really need this. So we'll kind of know what frequency we're on. So we just may not know the station we're hearing. But yeah, there you go. And then if you don't have those 2 radios, I have a deck of cards. Always for size comparison. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves Sony classic shortwave radios with single sideband made in Japan. He's Iron Man. Gets an idea for size. Yeah, you can fit a few deck of cards in this bad boy. I love my Sonys, yeah. He's a Sony fanboy just like me. Let's turn this on. All right, turn it up. We'll start at 5:30, see if I can pick up Cuba. Now, yesterday I did. Nope, I hear it. There it is. That's coming in pretty strong, and I'm not even assisting it with a Terk Advantage. That's amazing. This is Cuba, 1,700 miles southeast. Don't know the exact output, but I'm sure they're way over 50 kilowatts. So let's go ahead and try the Terk Advantage and make it even stronger. I don't know if it'll make any difference, but during the day it did. So let's see what it does at night. I'd almost pegged the meter there. Nice. We got some serious gain out of that loop. So good for weak signals. Yeah, that's neat. I love picking up stuff like that. All right, let's go put that back down. Look at that needle drop right away. Oh, yeah. There's nothing sweeter than seeing that move back and forth. I just love that analog activity there. Beautiful. This way would be Brampton, Ontario. Northeast. But yeah, cardinal directions. So north, east, south, west. Give you an idea. Next station.
Our price is going to be justified if the players even allowing all of the stuff to America from China, Korea, Europe, Vietnam.
So here's a WAUK 540, Jackson, Wisconsin. It's 70 miles to the north. Of course, your internal antenna can be both directions. Now, for those who are curious, how big is the internal ferrite of this radio? It is 6 3/8 of an inch. It's gigantic. So it runs almost across this whole dial area up in this top tray here. Amazing. Love it. Oh, this radio, by the way, is very serviceable.
Ship right now without parts from China. That's nuts. I agree with that. The other argument that he makes is that manufacturing has historically represented high-paid jobs. And historically,
Karen Travers, ABC News White House correspondent. Expect a big day coming out of news out of the White House all weekend long. The Trump administration was saying what about this tariffs and the downturn in the markets?
A couple different things. So we can start with the president, who, first, over the weekend.
Here's KTRS 550 St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts to the south-southwest.
Consumers might feel some pain in the short term. He said, hang tough. It won't be easy, but the end result will be historic. That was a social media post on Saturday. He spent most of the week...
Administration. I think it's great that you're doing it, and I think we really need... people like yourself, and I don't know if you know James Uthmeyer. He's the Attorney General of Florida, and he's done the same thing. In other states, attorneys generals are doing the same.
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago. The answer.
Support the president in this effort to keep towns and cities and states safe?
No, absolutely. And again, in every state, if you talk to...
If you got the patience, this thing is a DX machine, man. I did not realize how good of a radio this was. I'd seen this radio before, and people would be like, this thing's amazing. I love this radio. And they never really told me why. And now that I'm playing with this and using this thing is a beast. I love it. Like right now, I was picking up 2 different stations on 580. Picking up a hint at WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles, 5,000 watts at night.
Boy, this is awesome. Yeah, we're just excited to be new time, new parents. We have that weight lifted off our shoulders.
So we got WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles, 10,000 watts to the north. Now I'm picking up something else in this direction. Some music.
Lighting our money on fire every single month, or just flushing it down the toilet. And now we're homeowners. We own our home. The bank doesn't own our home. That's what we thought.
Turning their back on higher education. Ray provides what he believes is the answer.
Here's 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois.
Tremendous trend. The number of black men at 4-year colleges has plummeted, and at Howard University,
they're on sale at Opry.com, or listen to it right here on WSM Radio. It starts at 7 p.m. Central Sharp tomorrow night. Hope you can be there. And then, of course, my focus on bluegrass music following that. We'll wrap up B-sides, rarities, hits, and stories on the other side after the weather forecast comes your way next on WSM at night.
On the next Coffee, Country, and Cody, presented by Puckett's Restaurant.
So there you go, 650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles south from my location. Yeah, you can tune up a little bit away from an offending station. That sometimes helps. So it's nice having the digital readout. But you can go by ear, and you can also go by the indicator here. Now, it's hard to show the whole thing on frame, but at least you can read that. That's cool.
We'll tell you more about that. And Bradley Gaskin, out of Nook Springs, Alabama. 15 years since his debut at the Rockin.
Okay, the other night I was getting WFAN on 660, but right now we're not.
I am Bar Winkler. Carlos Ortiz is here. Carlos in New York City. I in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we got to meet up in Chicago.
Here's 670, The Score, WSCR, Chicago, home of the Cubs.
I think you told me Central Time is weird. Did you ever fully adapt to the greatest time zone on
I think we're picking up a hint of CJOB, but 670 is kind of running into it. It's too strong of a station.
en esta noche de lunes de también de los grandes temas de las grandes figuras de la música ligada a tu cuerpo de forma tradicional. En el 690
Okay, I don't know if CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, does a multilingual thing. Might. I don't know if it doesn't. If you guys got an idea what this is, put a pop-up there. If not, I'll try to look it up myself. Or, I mean, put a pop-up. Put a comment in the comment section. 690, yeah, I don't know.
As you mentioned, the infrastructure. I mean, the infrastructure is huge. It's almost like they're putting the cart before the horse.
Here's 700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles east.
There's nothing in the sports system in order to plan out a trip where you're going to have actual charging stations available.
I'm going to say for as far as what would cost the enhanced aroma.
Okay, is this 720 WGN Chicago? Raleigh James show is on.
Nope. What's next?
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if I can hover on that, but wow, I think that is Montreal, Quebec, maybe? CKAC, possibly? Yeah, because it's not in this direction of Manitoba, which I believe is that way. So that's pretty cool, we're picking this up. Unless that's 720, hold on a second. Nope. Nice. This is 740 Zoomer Radio, CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast.
And your rate is locked in for 10 years. Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters like termites. BREDAPest.com.
No need to be afraid of bugs.
They want another review.
Spray them. Spray. What kind of jingle was that? That's like time to fall asleep, dude. Yeah, let's spray them. I don't want to be afraid of the bugs. I gotta get rolling here. WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 750, 630 miles southeast. That's fun.
Breda Pest Management and Finley Roofing. They built relationships with the listeners who...
Ursula von der Leyen, she earlier today came out and said this in Cut 8.
We stand ready to negotiate with the
Here's WJR 760, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles to the east.
industrial goods, as we have successfully done with many other trading partners, because Europe is always ready for good deals.
We need to defer to the president who attended the Wharton School of Business.
WABC, New York, New York, 750 miles northeast.
Let's believe in him. It's already changing. Netanyahu at the White House came and said that Israel is going to back up on tariffs. A number of countries are.
The right lane is also closed until 5 in the morning. The entrance from Cicero Avenue and exit to Damon are also closed until 5 a.m. for overnight roadwork. The outbound Stevenson is
780 WBBM News Radio, Chicago.
I-57 is clear, and so is the Bishop Ford.
We got music on 790. Could be WAYY, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. 230 miles, 5,000 watts at night. I think it's that direction. Yeah.
He was in a particular position of weakness. He apparently could do nothing.
CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles.
That's why they were fiddling around with swords.
He doesn't explain to them, listen.
Defense won us the game tonight. We got 9 straight stops at one point in the middle of the second half. To your point, we held them scoreless the last 220. And Walter...
I believe this is WHB 810, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
That we could win different ways, and we showed that again tonight. On the left side up front, Edgar.
Yeah, Todd. The mega boost emergency food kit available right now. For the same price as the standard kit.
Normally WCCO Minneapolis, don't know why it's coming in weak. Sometimes it does. Then it improves as night goes on.
And he says, we're going to fight on. And Halifax says, I quit. The government fault. He doesn't have the power. And so he has to do something more questionable than his vote. They can talk him into it.
Let's go to Skip in Arizona. Hey, Skip, you're on ground zero.
Hello. Hey, I just wanted to mention there's a book called The Threat. It's by
Here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, ground zero, as you can hear, and Coast to Coast comes on in a little bit at 12 to 4 a.m., so I got like 10 minutes to hustle.
Not our friends and how they're going to be in extremely dangerous situations for the...
I'm all for it. I mean, don't we want to, the USA want to win? No, the football players got pride in playing football, right? Even if it is flag football, we want to go out and put our best on that stage.
Flag football? What? That's a thing? KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles. Due west, 850. Sweet.
It all depends on
home of your Denver Broncos.
Your position with the organization. If you're one of those players that are on the cusp of making a roster,
the 2 seeds and the 3 seeds and stuff. But when you have the NIL and the transfer portal, you get into a tournament, you get a little...
My light's blinding the screen there, but it is 870. That is WL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles south.
Who's going to suffer? But then you're going to restack some of your power teams, and then we're going to look at this, and isn't that what we missed about college basketball? I think the college basketball we missed was kids being there for 3-4 years.
I was just hoping that we beat him to the ball. And when Kondo got on the floor, I figured it was either going to be a jump ball or we were going to come away with it. And next thing the game was over. So
here's 880. This is WHSQ, New York, New York. I almost said WCBS. Man.
Coach of the Florida Gators as he wins his first national championship as a head coach. And I enjoyed listening to Todd talk there. You can
download the free Upside app now. Earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMALL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first.
Here's 890 WLS Chicago, the Big 89.
As a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMALL for 25.
Yeah, during the day I was picking up things everywhere. It was amazing. And this is good tonight too.
Part of it is being at peace with yourself and getting to know yourself in an identity that's rooted in God.
A relevant radio local.
It's being, faithful to your vocation with
Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in
Yeah, that's rocking, right? So 940 WFAW Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin at night sounds really good. When I was pointing it to that direction, the southwest and northeast corridor, I was picking up a different station, if you heard.
$300. You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back?
That's a beautiful thing about medium wave is you get these different stations in the same frequency. Sometimes they're mixing because you got a couple coming in from these directions. But otherwise, really cool how you can null out that one station and bring in this station.
25 cents.
Just by moving it 90 degrees away from the other.
Anytime, write your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside postcard instead.
your responsibility
I felt like, where's the rest of this Houston team?
Yeah.
Where is
Here's 1000 WMVP Chicago ESPN Sports Radio.
consistently, like all 40 minutes?
I guess I could lower it and lower the tone. Might be able to pick up what he's saying. CFRB, I believe, 1010 Toronto.
Remember, Harlan's there for the MVP right now. Addie's on board it, and he was there with her. I think she's actually got a real chance, even though she's coming in so late. So he's basically she was
Definitely making some gains. And I see this article here, thanks to the crack team that we have in the control room. And
1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles due south, or south, east.
running marathons give you brain damage. Well, researchers can include attacking mirror images of themselves, including windows and cars.
Here's 1030 WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
She even says he's found love this mating season, although she thinks his new partner might need to teach him some manners.
I think she's following him around trying to keep him out of trouble, and she's really embarrassed. And if she could speak to us, I'm sure she'd say, "I'm really sorry. I'm sorry."
So Rockport residents beware. The woodpecker is still
2019. The story of Benjamin Franklin's fate here on Our American Stories.
So WHO 1040, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west. They have this program, American Stories at Night.
Oh, wow, honey, I love
I need to tune that in and maybe record it to the Wi-Fi radio.
So, maybe my blood pressure gets high. Maybe I'm not used to it. I don't know. But
Okay, this music here is KAAY, Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles to the south. We're picking it up on an angle here. Okay, I'm like, what? It started already? No, it didn't start. That's the music of it ending. Probably had a rebroadcast coast to coast there. This is 1100. This is our wonderful WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles to the east.
nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP.
Commercial here on KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri. 275 miles.
Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired.
Show you the fine-tuning. Pull that up. Nice. 1140 WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. Coming in rather weak, but sometimes it comes in super strong. Just gotta wait. Maybe bring the loop out.
Media can help you reach your goals and find new customers.
Unapologetic opinion on today's biggest news stories. SNC brings you the news that matters, told with integrity and clarity. Watch Salem News Channel free, 24/7 on your television. Stream now on Zumo Play.
Start each weekday morning at 5:30 with Pastor Mark Moore of Belmont Bible Church in Downers Grove.
I'm like, what is this? This is a local station. WYLL, Hope for Your Life. It's funny. It's supposed to be pointed that way. Yeah, hello.
Senate Addictions Recovery Program meets. Go on. The bigness of a diamond is judged mostly by its diameter. And diameter is determined by...
This is Wham, WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles. Rocking the 1180 frequency. Yeah, not really, but I wish they were rocked.
the other, the Charisma Diamond always wins. Good talk. We're on
Charisma Diamond, all right.
and online at charismajewelers.com. Well done, Malcolm. You're making us proud, nephew. Charisma, 3 jewelers for the price of 1.
First, fast, accurate. Rochester's news, weather, and traffic station.
Deportation order lifted.
Missed the call letters on that. I wonder if this is Kansas City, Missouri, KDMR.
President Trump, a major victory. High Court allowing it.
Man, I missed a ton of top of the hours. What the frick? WPHT 1210, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles northeast.
Republicans about the financial impact of President Trump's tariffs. CS News
I'm just going to zip up the band and finish this up.
Worldwide headquarters of ESPN. This is Sports Center All Night on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Now, here's Jay Reynolds. In the end, they were cutting down the net.
So ESPN Radio on 1300. Okay, cool.
Channel 80. We were on site.
So if you have the time and patience, you can find quite a bit in this part of the band. A lot of competing stations for this space. For my location.
That's a good description. The Fox Nation Investigates podcast, Evil Next Door. Listen and follow now at foxtruecrime.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Get those W-2s ready. Tax season.
WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee.
Business tax tips. Fox News Radio's Jeannie Casola and Hillary Barsky.
All the way to the end. Walter Clayton Jr., his first field goal comes
1530 WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Where's one of the NCAA radio network?
Got 2 mixing stations, music, and then we have Iowa, KXEL, Waterloo.
We have an opportunity to change the fabric of our country. We have an opportunity.
1610 CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Okay, I'll pop up here for CINA. That's what we're hearing in Canada. This is pretty awesome. Coming in strong lately on my radios.
How much money?
And it stops around 1690. Okay. A little bit of music there. I think it's WPTX, Lexington Park, Maryland. 685 miles northeast. Yep, definitely. All right, great. So we'll go ahead and turn that off. There we are, the Sony ICF-6500W. Well, I'll tell you what, it's impressive during the day and evening. Just an amazing radio. Like I said, you can find it between $100 to $200 on eBay. $100, it can get you a good example. The $200 ones, they're basically the same as $100. It's a person who's buying them cheap on eBay and flipping them. They get them, they might clean them up a little bit, they just flip them. So you'll see what I'm talking about. It's from the same person who's selling for $200 a pop. And the people that's selling them for $100 are not different people. I mean, they're not the same person. They're a bunch of different people. So, yeah. So this radio is probably worth about $100. It's not worth $200. I don't think it's worth. No. There's better radios for $200 out there. I would invest my $200 towards a RF-2200 personally, but this is a great radio nonetheless. But as far as purist, the Panasonic all day long for me, but this is a great radio. Oh my gosh. Absolutely love it. So give the video a big like if you like the radio. Definitely give it a big like with the little like button. Like, comment, subscribe. No, I don't do that stuff. But anyway, I do kind of, but I don't like say it in the middle of the video or have things pop up on the screen and little jingles and noises to distract. I make enough distraction with my awesome jokes. Yeah. Anyway, if you like Sony radios and you haven't subscribed or hit the bell icon already, well, what's wrong with you guys? What's going on? If you made it this far in the video, you probably already have done those things. So, and of course, 3, comment down below what you think about the Sony ICF-6500W. Is it something you'd want to look to get in 2025 and beyond? There's a lot going for it. I do need a 9-volt adapter. I think that's a gimme on this radio. If I'm going to use it more often, I think I'm going to want that because 6 C-cell batteries, that's a lot of money, actually. 6 C-cells, hard to come by. And, I'm sure this radio will use them up. I mean, there's a lot going on here. Nice big speaker and a lot of tuning action. You got digital readout. A lot happening. So I'm thinking that those batteries are going to last forever. So something to think about. Let me know down below if you guys are interested in this unit or something similar, or if you know the Sony model that you'd like to see on the channel that isn't too pricey. Most of these are. I don't know why I even say that. Most Sonys are sought after no matter what they are for some reason. They could even be the vanilla ones and they're going for bigger money. I don't know. But it's fun. Let me know. All right. You guys take care and we'll see you in my next awesome video.